I'm making a round system for my Roblox game, Hot Potato, and if you stick around, I'll show you how to make a similar one yourself. In order to make a round-based game, you need an intermission. An intermission gives players a couple-second break before getting into the next round where they can buy abilities, skins, or whatever else you want to add. After the intermission, you need to teleport players into the game, which will lead into the next part. After the players are in the game, there will need to be a system that tells the game what to do. For example, in my game, a random player will get a potato and they will have to throw it at someone else to get rid of it. The round will end when no one is left in the game, which brings me to our final part. At the end of the round, you will need to reward the winner and teleport everyone back to the lobby. After everyone is back in the lobby, the round system will start back at the intermission. Here's a full round from my round system. If you've made it this far into the video, please subscribe, like the video, and comment any suggestion you may have. I also have my Discord server linked in the video description. Alright, now that I've shown you the exterior, time to dive into the advanced portion, where I show you how it works. Alright, time to dive into the script side. First, we have a round script, which has all of the major functions for a round system. And in this round script, we have local RS, local PS, local UI anims, local SL, local PF, local GT, local PA, and local T. This looks intimidating at first, but let me break it down. This gets the replicated storage, which is here. It has all of the assets that are replicated to both the client and the server. This gets the player service, where all of our players are located. This gets this module script for UI animations. This is our spawn locations inside of our map. This gets a folder with all of the players in it that are in the game. This gets the game time, which is useful for changing the little UI in the corner. Then we have PA, which is the potato active. So in my game, it's hot potato. So we need to know when the potato is active, when the potato is not active. And T is for the time. It's just a generic variable. Alright, so in my first function, we have the intermission, which T is equal to 30. So the game time dot value is equal to intermission dot dot. This connects a string and another value, T. So we'll start at 30 and then wait a second and then it will change it down by 1 until it's equal to 0. Then this is what we use to figure out if there are enough players to start the game, and if not, it's going to play the intermission again until there are enough players. Once there are enough players. So local tried equals false, and that just means that it will call the intermission again if it goes to waiting for more players, so we don't have an error. Local P, this is representing how many players are in the game. So while P is less than 2, it's going to wait so that it doesn't crash in this while loop, and then it's going to set P equal to 0, and then for every player in the game, it's going to increase the value by 1. Then, if the players is still less than 2, then it's going to set gt.value, which will display in the top left corner, as I've said, waiting for more players, and it's going to set tried to true. And then it's going to repeat this until it's greater than 1, which is basically what this is saying, or it's not less than 2. And if tried is not true, then it will just go into the game. If tried is equal to true, then it will play the intermission again, so that players have 30 seconds to load into the game and actually figure out what's going on. Local function in-game. This is just going to start when we are in the game. It is going to say game in progress with that UI. It is going to check the players, see how many players there are, and for every player, it is going to set their player's character to alive, and is going to set their humanoid root part.cframe to the spawn cframe. And then +10, so we don't want any players in the ground. And then it's going to set the parent to the player folder, so we know which players are in the game and aren't in the game. Then, potato active is true, so that it runs the potato active script, which I'm not going to get into now, maybe in a later video. Well, if there's more than 1 player, then it's going to keep running this script while the game is active until it is equal to 1. When it is equal to 1, that means that we have a winner, and we are going to set potato active to false. Then we are going to find a winner. Since there's only 1 person in this folder, then we get the first child, and that is equal to our winner. Then we get a GUI, which is equal to replicated storage.winner GUI. And for every player, we will get them, we'll clone this GUI, we'll put it into their player GUI, and we will set this text winner name, the GUI frames winner name text to the winner's name. So basically, it's just a fancy way of saying everyone's going to know who is the winner. Then we use this, which I showed you earlier. Now let's get a little bit deeper into this. This is where we use module scripts. So we are going to call the UI anims, which is this script right here, and then we are going to call the function in here transparent, which will very simply use all of these values in order to do an animation to them. So I don't have to run this big block of text every single time. I'd have to have this 6 different times, and I can use this in any script I have, which makes this extremely useful. That's going to spawn a function, so it doesn't test out wait for everyone. That'd be like, it would run the UI for 1 person, wait 3 seconds, run the UI for another person. No, it's going to run the UI for everyone at the same time, and this will set the transparency back to 1. So that it pops out, it becomes visible, and then it goes back to invisible. And then, after 5 seconds, it's going to destroy it, giving everything time to finish the animation so it's not choppy. Then, after this, it's going to teleport the players to the lobby. So it's going to wait a second, and then for every player in the player folder, so it's not teleporting everyone that's not in the player folder, but everyone who is in the player folder will get teleported back into the lobby, which there should only be 1 person in there. It's going to set their alive value to false. It's going to set them into the workspace instead of the player folder, and then it's going to set their C-frame into here, into the lobby. And this while true loop just calls these functions. And so when I minimize all of these functions, this all looks really neat. And so we just have 4 major functions, and with these 4 functions, the entire game should be running well. You should have your round system. But other than that, in order to actually change the UI for each player, we need this. This sets the text of this UI, which is script.parent wait for child text label. It's going to find this text label, and on every time game time is changed, it is going to set the text to the value of game time. So it will constantly change this UI to be whatever game time is. And this, of course, just defines replicated storage. Well, that is really all I have for explaining this. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you again next time.